my peeps? Okay, so I've had a few questions on how to use the Square to A, keep track of your inventory, and B, using a scanner with it. Woo! So, here's my tutorial. On a side note, I don't know if you can do this with an iPhone. So, I've heard that it doesn't really work that well with an iPhone, but you can try it. Okay, so this scanner I got with on Amazon. It was like $72. It was just a generic scanner. You can purchase one from Square, but it's much more expensive. So I went out on a limb. I have Amazon Prime, so I can do free returns. So I bet the bullet did it. There is a spot, I believe it's back here, where I put tape on it because that's the beeping noise and it's really loud. So I put a little bit of tape on it to dumb it down. So that's just a fun tip for you. I also had to purchase, it's a USB to micro USB cable. Those work for the old Samsung phones. I have a Samsung Android phone. So if you have an Android that takes a micro USB, you can buy these in a 3-pack. I want to say it was like $7. So total I spent about $80. And then if you have a new Samsung phone, I have a Samsung 8S. I always forget that S. There's this adapter. Now there's also, I don't have it in my office anymore, but there's also the little ones that are easily connectable from the micro USB to the new, it's like a new oval now, and those will not work. You have to have this little part that came with it that's USB to the new charging oval. That's a very technical term. Okay, so that's the only way it will work. For a long time I was really disappointed. I even went to a show and couldn't use my scanner because I got my new phone. And then my husband's like, what about the adapter it came with? Oh yeah, okay, so use this adapter. For now, for this tutorial, I'm using my old phone because it's hard to record on the phone that you have. And I'm not that cool to have like screen sharing abilities or whatever. Okay, so you plug it into the phone. Did you hear that? It beeped. You can, it will say, hopefully this is going to work. Yep. Okay, so it says use by default. So you can click that. So anytime you plug in your scanner, this is helpful at a show, it will automatically pull up Square. So usually it opens up to your point of sale. And you're going to click right here. Maybe. Boop. Nope, take it. Okay, and then you're going to go down to items. Y'all should be really impressed. I'm semi-doing this backwards. Okay, now I've already have a lot of my stuff set up. So I have different categories. I have like $50, $25 warmers, bars, all that. Well, today I'm doing a bar as an example. So you can see all the bars I have. Some are discontinued, some are not. So you have to create item. Maybe. Come on. There we go. Okay, so you name it. Click on it. And I'm going to name it, I'm scanning Holly Berry Cinnamon today. Holly Berry Cinnamon. Okay, see? And you can even color code it if you're like obnoxious like I am. So I'm going to go with the dark green. Then go back to edit item. Okay, so you'll be back to this screen. Okay, so now watch this. Maybe. Okay, so I'm going to take my scanner and I'm going to scan the barcode that Scentsy already has on there. Boom! Look at that. See? Right there. That's the barcode. And then you type in the price. Now this is where the bars are a little bit different. Stop, I don't want to. Okay. You can leave it at 0 and I'll tell, you can add in a price later. So you can put in a price, like if it were a warmer, I type in the warmer because most of the time when you are at a show, most people just buy a warmer and a few bars. So the chance of a multi-pack is limited. You can always change it. You know, if you've ever used Square, you can go in and edit the price or whatever. But most of the time, your goal at any party or show or anytime you're talking to a customer is to try and do a 6-pack. So I don't put in a price. I don't know how to get off of this screen. Oh, that's how. Okay, got it. So you just leave it at 0. Okay, that's what you're going to do. Because I'll show you here in a minute. Okay, now we're going to go back to our categories. And the easiest way to set up your categories, I'll tell you in advance, is to do the computer version. So, I'll show you that now. This is kind of on the fly. Okay, so let me flip you around. Oh, nope, I just took a picture. Can I flip you around on here? Let me see. Hold on. Here we go. So you'll log into your Square dashboard and you click on items. Boom. And you can see all of the things that you got going on. Then up here, it says item library. That's what I'm in right now. Your modifiers, which if anyone can tell me how to use modifiers like I want, I thought it would be better to do that with the, what are those called? The multi-packs, but they didn't work like I wanted to. So just click on categories and look, you can enter in all your categories. So over here, you're going to click create category and then you can go down. Now say you forget to assign an item a category, you can just click on here and then you can scroll through everything and go, I want that. See, and it'll show you everything that is in here. And some stuff will have multiple categories. But let me show you too. In your item library, I like Aloha Citrus, anything with just a regular name like Amazon Rain is a Scentsy bar. So I know in my mind it's a Scentsy bar. But anything with extra stuff like CB, that's a car bar. So that would be in the car bar category. Okay, see, and everything is a variable, which means you can assign the price later after you scan it. Okay, so that is helpful information on how to do that. And just on a side note, I love using Square for everything. Here's why. So anytime I'm at a show or a party, or if people come over to my house, or I just get a random order, someone texts me an order, I like to use Square. Now, I don't always remember every single time to put it in my Square, but you can keep track of the way they pay, the way what people have ordered, especially if you're doing the scanning system. So for example, I can go back a year later. I have a big show coming up next weekend, and I can go back to the same show last year and I can see how much in cash people paid, how much in credit cards. I don't take checks at any show. And I can see exactly what bars were ordered. I did just start using the scanner like in January, so my show last year won't tell me that. But I can see everything that was ordered and maybe how many 25, because if it's like a 6-pack, you know, it used to be $25, so I just type in 25. Now I can actually scan it in. But I can look back and see how well I did at that show, how prepared do I need to be. I don't have a great memory, so having all this information is super awesome. Also, you can put in discounts. So you can have a place under category, or it's not a category, it's a discount. So at the end of the tax year, you can run a report that shows all the discounts that you gave. Instead of writing it on a piece of paper and trying to keep track of it, you can put that in. So anytime you give a discount, just use your Square. And even if you're like, Shelly, I don't want to have to run a credit card through every time just to keep track of it. That's totally fine. You can just say they paid in cash. When Square doesn't charge you for putting in cash or check payments. It only charges you credit. So if you want to put the credit card information into your Scentsy workstation, then do that. Just keep track of it as cash for that day. That way you can still run your report at the end of the year and show how many discounts you give. So that is my information on that. It's super helpful. Also, another side note as I keep looking over here, taxes. If you do so many at a show, Square is going to say, hey, P.S., it looks like you did pretty well last year. Make sure you pay your taxes on this. Just hit, I don't remember what the exact wordage is. But I think it's like someone else does it because Scentsy sends in all of the sales tax. And you can, if you haven't really used Square before, you can automatically have it take out or tack on the 8% sales tax at the show. Well, that's where I'm at. So you can figure out what your sales tax is and put it in there. And I think that's it. That's it for that. All right, so let's get back. My 3-year-old. So this is what we're going to do. So we did the holly berry cinnamon. Now I'm going to show you how to add in, hold on one moment please. See, here are all my discounts. So like when it's August or February, I already have my 10% discount. And if I ever decide to give more than that. Okay, categories. Okay, I have all my multi-packs under category. Guess what? I only have one. Which is my 6-bar pack, which clearly I have not updated it. So I'm going to click on it. And my SKU is a little different. I can't find the piece of paper that I used last year. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete the SKU. And the multi-pack price changed, so I need to change that. Okay, now guess what? You can Google this, but it's barcodegenerator.com. I'll try and post a link below. You can create your own generator code. So you could have multiples of these. You can just, you save the image, you right click on it, you save it on your computer, it saves it as a JPEG, and then I open Microsoft Word and just put it in there and printed it off for you guys. I'll have a sheet with like the 2-pack barcode and maybe a few of the perfect ones. Or you could make all of them. So I'm going to scan it. Ready? Boop. Okay, and you get to label what your barcode is. So I just labeled it 6-pack. Okay. And now hit save. It's $30. Okay, I'm going to go back to my point of sale. Okay, you ready? Watch this. Hopefully this does it correctly. $32.40. Now I'm going to click holly berry cinnamon, and it's going to come up as what are you going to charge for it? And I'm just going to click add. Okay. And I'm going to click it again because this person is only buying holly berry cinnamon. And just pretend that I did 6 things. So now you go up to current sale. Click on current sale right here. And you can see 6-bar pack and that they ordered, pretend that it's 6 holly berry cinnamon. Okay? So that's how I keep track. You might have a better way to actually do, like, I tried doing the modifier, but it just didn't, it's very cumbersome. Sometimes shows are slow enough where you can write it on a piece of paper. Sometimes they're slow enough where you can figure out the modifier and find the 80 different scents that are in it. For me, just doing a 6-pack, knowing that I sold, I don't know, 10 6-packs last year and I sold this many, 6 holly berry cinnamon, excuse me, is enough information for me. So that's pretty much all I got on that. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else. If there is, comment below and I'll try and add some information. But that's as easy as it is. It's super helpful at a show. The only time-consuming thing is actually scanning in all of the new product. That's the most time-consuming. It pretty much is. So with all the new items, and if you've never done it before, then that will be the most time-consuming thing. So let me know if you have any questions, and I hope this helped you guys, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.